This time on Bulletproof Tactical, we're going to review this $12 hammer multi-purpose knife. I just picked this up at my local camping store. I thought it was really interesting. Continue watching. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with today's review. The $12 multi-purpose hammer knife. So why did I buy this? To be 100% honest with you guys, this was one of those, it's too cheap to be true type of deals. You know, $12 for a hammer, knife, bottle opener, you know, screwdriver. You know, this is something you keep in your glove box. So I thought it was a good idea. It'd be an interesting review. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We do have the Leatherman type pliers. These are not needle nose, but you know, they look pretty beefy. And then of course we do have a little locking mechanism here. So pretty interesting. It does seem like this is the spring action, so pretty beefy spring. We do have, of course, the claws on the hammer to pull out nails and all that, which is pretty cool. It is a pretty decent size hammer. You know, if you compare it to my hand, it does have some weight to it, so you can definitely build something with this. You can do some interesting bushcrafting, but you know, we get to the design flaws. Look at the screwdriver. I mean, like, you know, like everything's in the way. You know, it gets even worse if you open the pliers. So it's kind of a, I don't know, just design flaw in my opinion. You know, it does look like really poor quality. You guys can tell the edges of the hammer are really sharp angles. Just seems like it was grinded down, not polished. Of course, $12, so I'm not complaining, but you can see the wood grips. They are actual wood. But you know, the fit and finish, you guys can see, of course, doesn't look like anything that was actual, you know, craftsmanship. You know, you can tell it's just a cheap get it out of the way tool, you know. So we do have, once again, our blade, which does feel really sharp. We're going to test it with some paracord right now. We're going to see if it can slice through. And this is some pretty heavy duty paracord, so no problem. You know, the blade doesn't look like the greatest quality, but it is really sharp. But it does look really flimsy. You guys can see, you guys can notice the action there. Definitely don't want to be stabbing or poking or doing anything heavy duty, because it does have quite a bit of flex to it. So definitely not your everyday carry knife that you want to beat and abuse, but fun little tool. I mean, look at this thing. The grip's kind of funny, you know. I would have expected the blade to be pointing this way, to be honest. It's more comfortable to hold it this way than it is to hold it this way. And then you have this digging into your fist, so it would have just made more sense to put the blade facing this way, you know, in my opinion. Right? So let's go to the next function here. We do have, looks like it's a serrated blade with a file and flathead screwdriver. So looks like you can get your nails done, no problem. And the blade doesn't look sharp at all. You can see zero shine in those serrations. So let's go ahead and test some more cord out. Let's see. Let's see if it slices through. Completely dull. You can see it's barely even going through the first layer. So yeah, definitely not what a serrated blade is meant to do. You know, this should be able to go through, you know, seat belts, no problem. But in this case, the blade seems to be the sharper one. Okay, so interesting. But once again, I guess the file and the flathead screwdriver are the main functions here, because the serrated blade seems kind of useless. And then we have a bottle opener slash can opener slash wire stripper, which you can tell the wire stripper is not going to be much of a feature because it doesn't seem sharp. You can see it's just shiny, just like the can opener. You can tell it's grinded down, but actually it's just poorly polished and it's not going to dig into anything. So yep, let's see, there's another little function up here. Let's see what that's all about. All right, this looks like it's a small flathead screwdriver. At least that's what it looks like, and it's not sharp. So yeah, interesting little knife, to be honest. I wasn't expecting a whole lot for $12. Okay, looks like this one needs to go in first, because otherwise it won't let the screwdriver go in. So there we go. All right, so yeah, interesting little design. You guys can see screwdriver once again completely in the way of the pliers, and the hammer is, I would say, the main attraction. Really poor fit and finish. The angles are terrible. You can see it really is not a comfortable knife. Poorly designed once again. The blade is pretty good, but once again, I don't like how they located this on the back of the grip. They should have done it this way instead. Leave me a comment. What do you guys think about this? I think it's interesting. Is it worth the $12? I mean, I guess if you're able to use it once and it actually gets you out of the road, or you're able to survive with it one day, you got your money's worth. But maybe a collector's knife, you know, maybe someone that just likes to collect stuff and not really use it with any real purpose. This is probably one of those fun looking knives for somebody. But I would like to read your comments. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.